I'm guessing one of your streamer friends told you about a cool thing called Streamer.bot, and then you were like, what the hell is that? And they were like, oh yeah, look up this dude Nutty on YouTube. He's got like hella videos in that. And then now you're here. What's up, homie? Put it there, man. If you've ever used one of those bots like Nightbot or Streamlabs where you type in a command and then it spits out a response, well, Streamer.bot's like that, but on steroids. And I mean like the stuff that they used on the horses that one time in Germany. You can have it play sound effects, automatically change scenes in OBS for you, toggle filters and effects on your camera, post screenshots from your screen directly to your Discord, custom point systems, and you can automatically trigger those effects anytime you get a sub, anytime you get a raid, whenever somebody spends channel points. It's insanely powerful. And if you need any proof of how cool Streamer.bot is, Pirate Software uses it. And that guy says all these cool stuff in YouTube shorts, and that means he's like trustworthy and stuff. Also, he's like on the website next to my name, and that's pretty cool. It's even got voice commands. So imagine being able to say, switch to just chatting, and OBS automatically changes scenes for you. I made this thing where whenever I ban someone on Twitch, it ejects them from my stream with their name and profile picture in a little Amogus dude. And all that is completely automated thanks to Streamer.bot. Big news! I just launched a website for streamers. You can skip to this timestamp here if you want to know more about that. But for now, let me show you how to set up Streamer.bot. Stop being cringe and paying full price for Windows with our sponsor, VIP SD Keys. You can get a Windows 11 license for as low as $21. Just use my code NUTTY at checkout to get them for 30% off. And if you want to get them for a little bit cheaper, you can get a Windows 10 key for $15, and those can be updated to Windows 11 completely for free. You can pay using a secure payment method like PayPal. They'll send you an activation code immediately, and then you can put that in your Windows settings, and you're good to go. Check out VIP SD Keys in the link down below. Okay, first things first, let's download Streamer.bot. So head to the website. It's literally Streamer.bot. That's actually the website. And just click download. You'll get a zip file, so just unzip that wherever you want. And inside of that folder, just launch streamer.bot.exe. Now you're gonna get absolutely solar flared when you open this because this is light mode only, baby. I know this looks straight out of Windows 95, but trust me, it's easier than it looks. Let's get some initial setup out of the way. So first we're gonna connect your Twitch and your YouTube accounts. So head on over to platforms, Twitch, accounts, and just click on log in. You can read all this stuff if you want, press authorize, and then you're done. There's also a second login for a bot account. So you know how if you've used Nightbot before, when you type in a command, it always responds back as Nightbot. With this, you could have your own custom name. So you can just make a second Twitch account with whatever name that you want to have for your bot. And then you just log in here with the bot account. Not gonna do that because just save some time. For YouTube, just go over to the YouTube tab, go and click I agree into the accounts, and then select auto connect and sign in with Google. Make sure when you get to this step that you check the manage your YouTube account checkbox. You need to enable this. So a lot of people miss this out. So make sure you check this, and that's it. YouTube is done. We also need to connect OBS to Streamer.bot so that Streamer.bot can change scenes for you and turn sources on and off. And to do that, we need to turn on a thing called WebSockets. WebSockets is like, it's like a tunnel that allows OBS and Streamer.bot, allows them to talk to each other. That's basically all it is. So in OBS, come up to Tools, WebSocket Server Settings. Make sure Enable WebSocket Server is on. And then also, if you have a password, click Show Connect Info and copy your password. I don't care if you know my password. What are you gonna do, hack me? Please don't do that. Then back in Streamer.bot, head on over to Stream Apps, OBS, Add, and then you just put in your information there. So you just give it a name, whatever, just OBS, port, whatever the port is in your settings, and then password. Check auto connect and reconnect, and then press OK. And then also make sure to right click it and then click connect. And if you did it properly, it should say connected up here, and over on the right here, you'll see a bunch of sources that you have inside of OBS. If you don't see that there, either you messed up or I messed up. Either way, it's someone's fault, and I ain't the one in front of the computer, so I'm blaming you. Okay, fix it. Okay, you're on your own for this one. Now that the boring stuff's out of the way, we can finally start making some cool stuff. And the place where all that cool stuff happens is in the Actions tab. You can think of an action as just something that happens. And that could be you changing scenes in OBS. It could be your bot responding in Twitch chat. It could be playing a sound effect. All of those things are called actions. Here's how this works. Let's just say I want to make a chat command that posts my Twitter into Twitch chat. So I would just right click, add, and we call this Twitter. And then over here in the bottom right, where it says sub actions, this is where you define what that action does. So if we right click, we have a whole bunch of options. And since we want to make a chat command, we want it to respond in Twitch chat. We want to come down to Twitch chat and then send message to channel. So if we click on this here, we can write what we want our message to be. And the message could be something like, follow me on Twitter, dude. It's called Twitter, don't call it X. And then just hit OK. That's it, that's your first action. Now we want to think, okay, we have a thing that we want to do. How do we want this thing to be triggered? Oh, that's where it says triggers, that's what that means. So if you right click, what we want this to do is we want it so that whenever we type in !Twitter in chat, it's gonna post our Twitter. So go over to core, commands, and command triggered. So click on this and then click create command. Now I know this is scary. Okay, there's a lot of buttons here. You can ignore all this, just pay attention to this commands here. So this box here will tell you what you need to type to get that Twitter message to appear in chat. So in our case, we want it to be !Twitter. And if we just press OK and OK here, you can see the triggers added here. So what is our action doing? It's posting a Twitch message. How do we want it to be triggered? Whenever someone types in !Twitter. Let's go over to chat. Thankfully, Streamer.bot has its own chat window. If we click chat here, it's gonna bring up this cool multi-chat window which combines Twitch and YouTube messages. I'm not gonna get into this multi-chat tool because I already made a whole video just talking about this tool. But yeah, if you want to combine your Twitch and your YouTube messages, they have a client built right inside of Streamer.bot that does just that. But here we can test out to see if that command works. So if we just type in !Twitter and press OK, there we go. Our first command works. And if you're not convinced that this is actually posting to real Twitch chat, let me just open up my chat page. You can see the command right there. You can see the Twitter thing. I just pointed with my finger as if you could see where I'm pointing to, but you know what I'm talking about. But you can add as many triggers and sub actions to this action as you want. So for example, we can add more triggers. Let's just say we want to trigger this Twitter command with a hotkey. Instead of a chat command, we want to trigger it every time we press a hotkey. Well, we would right click and then we just choose a trigger. We'll select core, system. No, that's not where it is. Hotkeys, hotkey press, and then same thing. We'll create a hotkey, and maybe we'll say every time we press Control Shift 5. Sure, why not? Press OK, and then let's come back to chat here. And I press Control Shift 5, and every time I press that, it'll post that to Twitch chat. And there's triggers for all sorts of things. If you want this chat command to be triggered every like 30 seconds or something, you can just right click, core, timed actions, create timer, and then we can say I want this to run every 5 minutes, or in my case, every 5 seconds. Press OK, and then now every 5 seconds, it's gonna post in chat our Twitter link. We probably don't need that every 5 seconds, so I'm going to remove that. But the point is, you can add as many triggers for whatever things that you like. Okay, that was boring. I don't blame you if you fell asleep just now. So let's do something fancier. So let's add another action, and this one's gonna play a sound effect. So I have let's just say like clap, okay? And well, I spelled that wrong. So in the sub actions, we want this to play a sound effect of crowd cheering. So we can right click, core, sounds, play sound, and then we'll just select the sound that we want to play. And then we can test it out here. and then press OK. All right, so next thing, we want to think about how do we want this sound effect to be triggered by our audience? So we can right click and we can add another trigger, and we can do the same thing. We can add a just a normal chat command. So same thing as before, we can say command triggered, and then we'll create a new command, and we'll type in exclamation mark clap. So anytime your audience types in exclamation mark clap, it's gonna play that sound effect. So press OK here, OK, and then come back into chat, and then press clap. Now this is nice, but you probably don't want anyone to just be able to type exclamation mark clap. So a better way to do this is to create a Twitch channel point reward. So if you right click and actually, let's get rid of this entirely. Right click. This time we're gonna add Twitch channel reward redemption. And then we're gonna create a new channel point reward, and we're gonna call it clap. And this one will cost 100 channel points. And then we're gonna press OK. If we go back into Twitch chat, you can see that Streamer.bot automatically added a new channel point reward to our Twitch account that says clap. And now your audience can spend their points to activate this and press redeem. Settle down, guys. Okay, calm down. Now, one thing that's very important when you're creating channel point rewards, you should always make them in Streamer.bot. Do not create your channel point rewards the way that you normally do it inside of your Twitch dashboard. The proper way to do it is to go into Streamer.bot and create it through this triggers menu, or to go into platforms, Twitch, channel point rewards, and create it here. And the reason is you'll see over on this right-hand column that says owned. Anything that was created inside of Streamer.bot will say own. And this is important because you see these rewards here. These rewards were created outside of Streamer.bot. And if I right click it, I can't enable or pause them from Streamer.bot. But anything that says yes, like this one that says smile for Game Boy Camera, I created this inside of Streamer.bot. And if I right click it, I can enable and I can pause this, and I can change how much it costs inside of Streamer.bot. But if the reward was created outside of Streamer.bot, you can't change any of those settings. So if I right click this one, everything is grayed out. So it's very important whenever you create a channel point reward, always create it inside of Streamer.bot. Streamer.bot also natively supports voice controls. So if you want to activate effects and control parts of your stream using just your voice, come up into the voice control tab, settings, turn on auto start listen, select your microphone here, and then click start listening. And if it works properly, if you go into your log file, anything you say should pop up here. And so if we want to trigger that previous action that we made, that applause sound effect, we can come back into actions, click on clap, and inside the triggers, we can add a voice trigger for that. So we just right click, core, voice control, command, create voice command, and then here we'll type in the phrase that we want to say. So in this case, maybe please clap. And then we have to give it a name too. Please clap. And then press OK. And so from now on, anytime I say the phrase, please clap, now this is where it gets really spicy, because now that we can set up voice controls, we can use those voice commands to control OBS. So speaking of controlling OBS, let's do something that actually controls OBS. Let's say we want to make a command where our mods can type in something that will change scenes for us. So we'll make a new action that will say switch to just chatting and press OK. And then in the sub actions, what do we want this to do? Right click in the OBS section. We want to set the active scene to our just chatting scene. So in this case, Nutty Gaming just chatting, and then press OK. Same thing. How do we want this to be triggered? We want it to be triggered by a simple chat command. We could right click, core, commands, command triggered, create a command. And this time we want our mods to say exclamation mark just chatting. Now, in this case, we probably only want this to be triggered by our mods. So if you look over here on the right hand side that says permissions, right now this can be triggered by literally anyone. So if we want this to be mod only, we just move moderators over into allowed, and then now only our mods can trigger it. So now let's press OK, and we'll open up OBS, and we'll just test that out. So let's switch to our desktop. Okay, and now if a mod comes in and types in !just chatting, boom, changes scenes. And any type of trigger works for this. So if we can go back here, we can just add a voice trigger for this. Same thing that we did before, core, voice control, command, and then we'll create a new voice command. And this time we'll just you know, something classy like that. And just say that, press OK. And if we want to control our scenes using just our voice, let's switch to gaming here and use our phrase. Feed cam. There you go. It's just that easy. There's so many different ways that you can control OBS from Streamer.bot. It's not just changing scenes. Like you could turn filters on and off. You can change the URL that's in a browser source. You could rotate a source. You could change the image that's in an image source, or you could like play media files. So if you want to like play videos on your stream, you could have your audience trigger those as well. So inside of my OBS, I have added a media file that when I play it, boo, it lets my audience boo me. So if I want to create an action that triggers that video file, we'll just create a new action here. We'll call it boo. And then right click, OBS, sources. What do we want this to do? We want it to play that video file. So this one would be a set media state. And we'll just search for a source. Automatically found it, boo. And what do we want to do with this? We want to restart that video file and press OK. And we can test it out here. If we click test here, boo, you can see that's what that sub action does. Great. Can add that sub action. How do we want this thing to be triggered? Let's make another channel point reward. So we'll go Twitch, channel point reward redemption, create a new one. Let's call this one boo. Press OK. And then automatically, that channel point reward will appear in the channel point reward section. And if we go and we click in that reward, it does nothing because I messed up. I didn't press OK yet. You have to press OK. My bad. Boo! See, the video file plays. You can even add delays or control your Elgato key lights, or here you could post messages to Discord. This is like, you know, the multi-actions that are on a Stream Deck? This is like that on crack. You can do like basically anything you want. Here's a really intricate channel point reward that I made for my stream where my camera is dancing around to the Wii menu music. And really all this is it's just Streamer.bot doing a bunch of like turning my cameras on and off with a bunch of delays in between. So you can get super creative with this if you just spend a little bit of time with it. Keep in mind, most of the stuff is geared towards Twitch users. If you are a YouTube user, there are triggers for YouTube. So if you right click, there are some things that can be triggered with YouTube. So whenever you get a new sponsor, which is like whenever you get a new membership, you can have stuff triggered for that. Or like whenever like a poll finishes on YouTube, you can do something for like a sound effect or whatever. But Twitch is where you're gonna get most of the options. So for example, whenever you run ads on your channel, if you wanna like have a sound effect run, we can just add that. So let's go back to our clap sound effect. If we wanna trigger clapping whenever ads run, I don't know why you'd want clapping whenever ads are, but if you wanna do that, it's just as simple as just right click, Twitch ads, and then ad run. So anytime an ad runs, if you want to like make it, if you want to like notify yourself with a sound effect, you can just add a trigger for that, and then you're done. There's just triggers for everything when it comes to Twitch. Like look at this list here. Like every time you create a poll, you can have a sound effect. Every time you start a channel point prediction, every time you get a raid, or every time a hype train starts, like literally anything that happens on your Twitch channel, you can set that as a trigger for any intricate action you want to create. Guys, if you're looking for more cool things to do with Streamer.bot, there's two things you can do. Number one is subscribe, because I basically just talk about this stuff all the time on the YouTube channel. So that would be cool. Thanks. And number two, I just launched a new website, nutty.gg. You literally type that in your browser, and I have a whole bunch of widgets that you guys can install. A lot of this stuff uses Streamer.bot. Not everything does, but a lot of the stuff here does use Streamer.bot. So there's a free section for widgets. One of the best ones is the scumbag sub goal widget, which like shows a sub goal in your stream where the goal is always one higher than your actual sub count. Really great stuff. And then there's also a Patreon exclusive section. So if you want to get some really intricate rewards that I've made and you want to add them to your stream, you can add them. I think the one that a lot of people like is the Game Boy camera widget, which allows your viewers with a channel point reward to have like a Game Boy camera pop up, and then it takes an actual Game Boy camera photo of you, and then it like automatically posts that to your Discord server. And that's like all powered with Streamer.bot. So that's up on the website. That Game Boy camera one is Patreon exclusive. So if you want to join the Patreon, I would really appreciate it. Every single widget has detailed instructions for how to install everything. So it would mean the world to me if you told all your streamer friends about the website and told them all the cool things that get after your stream. Next week, I will be releasing a Streamer.bot starter pack. I'll make a YouTube video about it, and I will also post the instructions on nutty.gg. So bookmark this website. I'm gonna be referencing this website in like every single video from like now until like the end of time. So like get used to it, nutty.gg. Thanks for watching. Yeah, that's it. Okay, see you later.